$20,000 rule nobody ever told you. You're not broke because you earn little. You're broke because you've been taught lies about money since kindergarten. Yeah, that piggy bank your grandma gave you. It wasn't cute. It was a trap. That save 10% advice from your high school economics teacher, outdated propaganda, and that voice in your head whispering, "I'll start investing next month." That's the sound of your future self crying into a ramen cup at 3 a.m. Let me be brutally honest with you, because I care too much to sugarcoat it. You don't need another budgeting app. You don't need more willpower. What you need is the truth. The kind of truth that slaps you awake like cold water to the face, but then hands you a towel and says, "Okay, now let's fix this together." And today, I'm exposing the 3 financial traps the system built just for people like you, people who work hard, play by the rules, and still end up wondering why their bank account looks like a ghost town. But before we go deeper, drop a comment below. What city are you watching this from? And hit subscribe, because next week's video will show you how to turn $100 into $1,000 without risking your rent money. You do not want to miss it. Comments flood in from Tokyo, Lagos, Buenos Aires, Berlin. A golden subscribe button pulses like a heartbeat. Now buckle up, because what you're about to hear might make you angry, confused, maybe even a little embarrassed. Good. That means it's working. Act 1. The 3 great financial myths and why they're killing your future. Myth number 1, just save more. Oh, sweet summer child, if only it were that simple. Let's play pretend. Imagine you're saving $200 a month in a regular savings account. Good job. You're disciplined. You're responsible. Now imagine inflation is a silent thief creeping into your room every night and stealing $8 of that $200 every single month. Over 10 years, that's nearly $10,000 gone, not spent, not lost to bad decisions, just evaporated by the invisible hand of monetary policy while you were busy clipping coupons and saying no to avocado toast. Visual cartoon version of you placing coins into a piggy bank labeled Future Me. Inflation, a slick, grinning raccoon in a suit, sneaks in and swaps the coins for monopoly money. And here's the kicker. Banks want you to think saving chuckers safety, because your deposits fund their investments while your money sits there losing value. You're not building wealth. You're volunteering as a human mattress for corporate profits. Pause here and check your last bank statement. What's your savings account interest rate? If it's below 3%, you're not saving. You're slowly donating to the economy. Comment trap if you've fallen for this before. Myth number 2. Debt is always bad. The moral panic around debt, as if carrying a balance makes you a financial sinner needing redemption. Newsflash, debt isn't evil. It's a tool. And like any tool, it depends on how you use it. Student loans that fund a degree with no ROI, bad debt. Credit card debt used to buy designer shoes you can't afford, also bad. But a low-interest loan to buy a rental property that pays you $300 a month, that's not debt, that's leverage. The problem isn't debt, it's ignorance wrapped in shame. We've been taught to fear debt like it's radioactive, while billionaires use it to build empires. Visual, split screen, left side, you sweating over a $500 credit card bill. Right side, Elon Musk borrowing billions to launch rockets, while smiling. Here's where it gets scary. Most people avoid all debt so aggressively that they never learn how to use it, and that ignorance costs them hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. Myth, Sucker 3, investing is only for rich people. This one makes me laugh and cry at the same time. Sumts. Do you know what the average American spends on coffee per year? About $100. Do you know how much you need to start investing in a diversified ETF? $1. Yes, $1. Yet we act like the stock market is some exclusive country club where you need a tuxedo and a trust fund just to walk in. Meanwhile, apps like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Robinhood let you buy fractional shares. You can own a piece of Apple, Tesla, or Coca-Cola for less than the price of a latte. But no, instead of owning assets, you scroll TikTok watching rich kids flash Lambos you'll never drive, while your money rots in a 0.5% APY account. Sound harsh? Good, because I've been there. I used to think investing was too complicated. So I waited, and lost nearly a decade of compound growth. What happened next changed everything. I put $50 into an S&P 500 index fund, just to test it. 3 months later I checked, it was $54, not life-changing. But it was mine, and it was working while I slept. That tiny win rewired my brain. Because once you see money grow on its own, you stop seeing it as something to hoard and start seeing it as something to deploy. Act 2. The uncomfortable truths, backed by data, not dreams. Let's talk numbers, not opinions. In the US, the median household income is about $75,000. The median net worth, around $192,000. But here's the gut punch. The top 10% hold 69% of all wealth. The bottom 50%, they own just 2.5%. This isn't about laziness, it's about systems. While you were told, work hard and you'll succeed, the wealthy were taught, make money work for you. And they did. Through real estate, through stocks, through tax-advantaged accounts you've never heard of. Compare that to Germany, where financial literacy is part of the school curriculum. Or Singapore, where the government matches retirement contributions. In those countries, average citizens retire with dignity, not desperation. But in America, we get ads for payday loans between YouTube videos about financial freedom. Visual, animated globe spinning, US lights up red with financial illiteracy epidemic. Other countries glow green with icons of schools teaching investing. And let's address the elephant in the room. You don't need more income, you need better allocation. Study after study shows that behavior matters more than salary when it comes to building wealth. A teacher making $55,000 who invests consistently will outpace a tech bro making $200,000 who spends it all on crypto hype and luxury leases. It's not about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you have. Now, look at your spending over the last 30 days. Be honest. How much went to things that appreciate? How much went to things that vanish the second you buy them? Comment "wake up" if you're realizing something right now. Because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Your lifestyle is being subsidized by your future self. Every Uber Eats order, every impulse Amazon purchase, every I deserve this splurge. It's not free, you're paying for it later, with interest, regret, and missed opportunities. And that brings us to the $20,000 rule. The $20,000 rule explained. No, it's not a magic number. It's a psychological threshold. Research from behavioral finance shows that once someone sees their investment portfolio cross $20,000, something shifts. They stop thinking like a spender. They start thinking like an owner. Why $20,000? Because it's big enough to feel real, but small enough to reach within 2 to 5 years, even on a modest income. At $20,000 invested, you're generating real passive income, even if it's just 30 months at first. You've proven to yourself that you can build wealth. You've crossed the line from dreamer to doer, but here's the secret. You don't get to $20,000 by saving harder. You get there by investing smarter. Let me show you how. Act 3. Your step-by-step plan. No jargon, no fluff. Step 1. Kill the emergency fund myth. Sort of. Yes, you need emergency cash, but not $10,000 sitting in a debt account. Start with $1,000 in a high-yield savings account, 4 to 5% APY. That's your oh crap fund. Then, this is critical, automate $5,200 a week into a low-cost index fund like VOO or VTI. Set it and forget it. Treat it like a non-negotiable bill. Step 2. Audit your invisible spending. Open your banking app right now. Look at subscriptions you forgot about. That $12.99 meditation app you used once, gone. The gym membership you haven't visited since January, cancelled. Redirect that money, every single dollar, into your investment account. Step 3. Play the long game. Without boredom. Index funds aren't sexy, but they're the most reliable wealth builders in history. Since 1926, the S&P 500 has returned 10% annually on average. That means if you invest $300 a month starting at age 25, you'll have over $1 million by 65. No lottery tickets, no side hustles, just consistency. But wait, what if the market crashes? Great. Buy more. Market drops are sales, and smart investors load up. Step 4. Use tax-advantaged accounts like a pro. If your job offers a 401k match, Contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's free money. Turning it down is like refusing a paycheck. Then open a Roth IRA. You pay taxes now, but every dollar grows tax-free forever. At 30 years old, maxing out a Roth IRA, 7,000 year, could give you over $1 million tax-free in retirement. Step 5. Track progress, not perfection. Don't check your portfolio daily. Check it monthly. Celebrate milestones. Hit $1,000 invested? Treat yourself to a coffee. Hit $5,000? Share your win in the comments. I'll reply to you personally. Hit $20,000. You've officially entered the top 20% of financially aware Americans. And remember, this isn't about getting rich quick. It's about never being poor again. But here's where it gets even better. Once you cross $20,000, you unlock new options. You can start diversifying into real estate via REITs. You can explore dividend stocks for passive income. You can even start a small business with capital you already built. Your money becomes a teammate, not a burden. And that's the real goal, financial agency. The power to say no to jobs you hate. The freedom to take risks. The peace of mind that your kid's college fund won't vanish because you had a bad month. Final thoughts, 1 year from now. 1 year from now, you'll either be watching this video again, or you'll be the person giving this advice to someone else. It's your choice. But know this, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, to reward those who understand it. You don't need permission. You don't need a finance degree. You just need to start, today, with whatever you have. So do this right now. Drop a comment with your city. I read every single one. Hit subscribe and tap the bell. Next week's video on turning $100 into $1,000 is already filmed, and it's wild. Share this with one friend who's bad with money. You might just change their life. Because knowledge only matters when it's shared, and opportunity only counts when you take it. This isn't just a video, it's your wake-up call. Now go build your $20,000. Your future self is already thanking you.